Hello, friends. It's Jamie from Independent Street NOLA and Seasons of Ritual, and I wanted to come on here and do a quick video as we are hurtling towards the partial solar eclipse. I am too lazy to try to figure out this lighting situation, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. But we're moving towards the partial solar eclipse on the 29th, and so I just want to jump on real fast and go over a few things because there is so much happening right now in the stars. And the first thing I wanted to say is that today on the 26th, Venus, who is retrograde, is at 0 degrees of Aries. In all cardinal signs, when anything passes at your 0 degree point, that is on the world axis. And so it is putting an energy for the whole world. And I guess I could say, if you are in or using tropical astrology. So today, on the 26th, Venus is at 0 degrees, and that is a creation point. So she is retrograding back into Pisces. When she gets into Pisces, she will be exalted. Right now, she is in an inferior conjunction with the sun, and she is moving from being the evening star into becoming the morning star. And this happens, I wrote this down, when she becomes the morning star, which means we'll see her in the morning. She is that for 263 days. And so the cycle between morning star to evening star and back to morning star is about a 19th month period. So not only is she at this creation point of 0 degrees Aries, she is at a new creation point for herself as well as from going from evening star to morning star. So lots of energy flooding the planet right now. So if you are a cardinal sign, you will be feeling this. If you are not a cardinal sign, you could be feeling this. So just take and I would say from the 26th on up through April 2nd. You guys use this time to really take time out for yourselves, see what it is that you do want to create. And I mean, like really create and see what it is that's also falling away. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that Uranus, sweet, sweet Uranus, who is in Taurus and has been there since 2018, 2019, has been basically stationary at the 23-degree mark of Taurus. Uranus has been just hanging out at 23 degrees of Taurus basically since December 19th. And it is at this time that it starts to move. I think it started to stretch its little legs and on March 12th. Okay. And so at this time, it is getting to 24 degrees of Taurus. Okay. So all the fixed signs, if you feel like you've been wanting to go, 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 but you haven't been able to, Uranus, who rules modern ruler of Aquarius, has just kind of been hanging out in Taurus, which is fixed Earth at 23 degrees. But and I can tell you this, around the last 2 weeks, if you are a fixed sign and you've really been getting that urge, how you want to move forward, but you're not sure what to do in order to move you forward, that is due to this. Coupled with the fact that Venus is going retrograde. I mean, Venus is moving retrograde and Mercury is moving retrograde, which we'll get to next. But now, Uranus has moved to 24 degrees of Taurus, and we'll be getting a good clip for the rest of the month, moving into April, May, and then in June. No, so then in July, it will move into Gemini. Okay, but it's still, I mean, it's at 24. It's got to get to 30 before it hits 0. So those 6 degrees, you got to remember Uranus is a pretty big planet. It's not the fastest moving planet, right? It's one of the outer planets, but it is now moving. So fixed signs, which again, everybody, but also fixed signs. This is really important for you because it is now moving. It's got a little pep in its step. So we're going to start thinking of new ways, right, on how to get things moving. And if there's things that we wanted to leave behind or we didn't want to repeat, this is going to help with that as well. So I wanted to talk about um I wanted to talk about Mercury. Yes. So Mercury is also retrograde. It is following behind Aries. I mean, it's following behind Venus, who is at 0 degrees. Um, Again, Venus at 0 degrees of Aries right now. Mercury will be at 0 degrees of Aries on the 29th. Okay. The same day as the solar eclipse, the partial solar eclipse. And also, we have to remember Neptune. So, mutable signs. Neptune will be moving into Aries on the 30th, also hitting that 0 degrees. So, um, notice if you guys are feeling that you do want to move, maybe you haven't had all the information, um, going over how you feel about yourself, right? Venus rules self-worth, our how we value ourselves, how we value our time, how we value the other. Um, and we're going over all of this again. So stay in there this week going forward. Is really one for the ages, you guys. Like, Neptune has a 165-year cycle. So the fact that it's moving into Aries, it'll be there until October and then retrograde back, is again signaling to us we're starting a new cycle. The fact that Uranus has just been sitting at 23 degrees in Taurus, which is, fixed Earth, finally getting moving. Okay, so are these fixed signs? We'll be able to get, like, again, some new ideas, right? Mutable signs. Mercury rules Gemini and a Virgo, right? It'll be hitting that 0 degree mark on the 29th. And I'll come back on and do a little bit more of an in-depth video on these, but I just wanted to get on today because Venus is at 0 degrees. And she is, after all this happens, and then she does, emerge as the morning star. And I'll do another video on that too. But it is this idea of turning over, changing, ending one cycle and becoming something new, right? It's all here. It's all happening. It seems to be all happening right now. So give yourselves a little pat on the back. Give your guys self some grace. Understand things are going to start connecting better together and making more sense in order for us to keep moving forward. So I just want to come on real fast, give that to you guys. I'll get my notes together so I can do a more, I guess, cognitive video, but something that's a little more spaced out and better for you guys to get this information to you before this. Well, I might do it on the dark moon of Aries. We'll see. So, but sometimes it's nice just to get some dates in there and to plug them in so you can just be like, oh, I get it. Things are happening, things are shifting. So, all right, friends, have a great Wednesday. The weather's starting to get beautiful, so I will talk to you soon. And I also just wanted to give a shout out to my friend Ike, whose birthday today. So happy birthday, Ike. I don't know. Sometimes you watch the video, sometimes you don't, but I just want to wish you happy birthday. So in case that you do. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon.